Today, I'm going to show you exactly how I'm trading the pound next week around that 127.40 level I've talked about. We could have an incredible opportunity coming up here over the coming weeks. So I'll show you exactly how I'm trading the pound, including some key targets to keep in mind over the coming weeks. But before we get to that, be sure to sign up to my partner Prime XBT, where you can get up to a $7,000 on your deposit. You can trade Forex, crypto, commodities, and indices with up to 100x leverage. And the best part about this is that you don't need to fill out an application. All you have to do is click on the link in the description here on YouTube, or if you're on the website, click on that broker's link and go to the Prime XBT page on my website or here on YouTube, fill out your email, fill out a password, click on register, and you're in. You've got an account, you can deposit, start trading right away. Now, for those of you who deposit $500 or more, I will give you lifetime access to our trading group. That includes daily videos like this one on 5 to 10 different markets. We talk about the euro, the pound, Bitcoin, Ethereum, S&P 500, all of the different markets. We show exclusive setups in the group, and I also share my trades in real time. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into today's analysis. And if you guys saw my video from Tuesday, this is something I mentioned on the pound right around 127.40. So this is the area I've been watching, and the reason for that is you can see that we've got this trend line off of these highs up here. All right, and I talked about this last weekend too in the weekly forecast. We got the breakout here last week, and so far this week, the market does look relatively weak. Now, with that said, okay, this is still technically holding above this area on a daily and weekly closing basis. So that's incredibly important to keep in mind, because this is not something where you want to go short it right now. Just like I mentioned recently with the euro video and also the Australian dollar video that I made this week, you don't want to short into support. Okay, so the key here is waiting for a breakdown from this area right around 127.40 as low as 127.20. Okay, so something down here in this area today would confirm that this up here is a fake out. Now, the one thing you have to keep in mind is that these highs back here will still play a role going forward. Okay, these are likely to attract a lot of buyers. So even if we get the fake out up here, expect the pound to spend a lot of time in this area. Okay, so this is not a case where you want to rush into a short. This could take some time to play out. Now, with that said, okay, fake outs like this, at least for me, are much more reliable than any kind of setup out there. And if you saw the recent video on the euro from yesterday, you know all about it because that trade played out perfectly. We got the close below 109.30 that I mentioned and follow through. Okay, the same thing with the Australian dollar back on Tuesday, I believe it was, that we talked about the fake out from that range resistance. We got the fake out and follow through today. So both of those were similar setups where we got a fake out of a key level and a follow through. All right, so this would be no different. Now, again, though, you got to be careful because the market is still technically holding this level as support, okay? Because today's candle still has 6 hours and 20 minutes left. So this could close back above this area up here, and the market could actually rally next week and stay above this. Okay, so, again, this is going to take some time to play out, not something that you want to rush into. Now, before I show you what's going on with the US dollar, the DXY, if you guys are enjoying this content, be sure to smash the like button and also subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon to get notifications, because I am putting out videos like this one every single weekday. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump over here to the DXY, and I'm going to show you something that I talked about this yesterday, but this is the pattern that I'm keeping a very close eye on here over the coming weeks. You can see we've got this trend line off of these lows from back here in 2021. We've also got this area of consolidation and this recent low. Now up here, we've got 3 touches off of this level, and this one here recently where the DXY struggled. Okay, so this is a 3-day time frame. So it's a massive pattern to keep in mind. Now, a lot of people are looking at this as an impulsive move, consolidation, and follow through, right? That's what a lot of people are looking for. What I think we're going to get is a fill of this imbalance that we saw back here, okay? Because we have not seen a retest of this area. So I could be wrong, but I think instead of something like this, I think we're more likely to get a move up here to take out these highs and a fill of that imbalance up toward 109 to 110, and then possibly a pullback from there, okay? So this high back here and these lows. So that's what I'm looking for from the dollar. Now, it doesn't mean we will get it. I could be wrong on this, but that's kind of my base case right now for the DXY. And if you saw yesterday's video, you know that this area down here, okay, 102, if we look here at the daily time frame, this area is the one that I mentioned yesterday with trading the euro that was going to be significant, okay? And it has been significant. You can see these highs back here. We got the lows right off of this trend line as well yesterday. And again, I talked about this in yesterday's video, but we got the bounce right there from 102 today. All right, so going into next week, 103.50 is the yearly open for the DXY. We've also got some highs and lows in this area. So this is going to be a significant test for the dollar. But if we do get that bullish breakout over the coming weeks, all right, so maybe some more consolidation through here. If we do get the bullish breakout though from this pattern from the DXY, then you're going to want to pay close attention to how that affects pairs like the pound and this potential fake out. Because if we get the confirmed fake out and we also see, all right, so let's say the pound is trading back down here and we also see the DXY breaking out from this trend line, okay, to the upside, then that's going to drive pairs like the pound lower. So targets for the pound, let's go ahead and talk about targets if this does set up as a fake out and we get that convincing close below 127.20, the first target would be down here right around 125.50. So that's the trend line from October of last year. All right, so this is going to be one to watch right around 125.50. All right, so that would be our first target. The second target would be around 123, which you can see that we've got two lows from back here in this area. Very obvious level to keep in mind. Okay, so support. So target 1, this would be target 2. And target 3 is a little bit more aggressive in the sense that this would take likely months to play out. But one area to keep in mind, if we do get a fake out up here and follow through to the downside, breaking this trend line, then another target later this year would be around 118.40. Now again, that could take months to play out. Okay, so this is not something where I'm expecting a move down here into this area over the coming days or even weeks. This could take a very long time to play out. And there's really no confirmation just yet that we are going to get a fake out up here. But if we do, as I've always said, a fake out to one side of a pattern like this tends to trigger an extended move in the opposite direction. All right, so this is a very significant pattern, very significant confluence of support up here. So a fake out from a level like this is not only likely to trigger a move down here toward this trend line, but also potentially a move much lower. Okay, so that's what I'm looking for from the pound. If we do get the convincing close below 127.20 today, that's going to be critical going into next week in order to confirm this setup. If we don't get that, and instead the pound closes up here in this area, all right, so if the pound closes up here today and hangs on to this area of support, then I'm going to stand aside. I'm not going to buy this because I'm still bullish on the dollar. Okay, but if we get the close up here and the market holds above this support area, then I'm going to stand aside, wait to see what we get over the coming days. All right, and one last thing too, if we get a marginal close today, which it looks like we will, meaning that the market closes somewhere in this area, if it were to close just below this area, then I'm going to wait till next week to get a retest here, maybe a spike above to clear out any kind of early shorts, right? And then we get that move lower. Okay, so this is the area next week I'd be looking to short, but only if we get the move below 127.20. All right, so in summary, close below this area right here today, and this up here becomes a fake out. Look for a retest short, okay? If the market closes above this area up here today, it holds it as new support and I do nothing, okay? I just stand aside, wait to see what we get over the coming days. All right, so that's it for today's video, guys. I hope it helped. If it did, be sure to smash the like button and also subscribe to the channel. Click the bell icon to get notifications. I hope you guys have a great weekend. I will talk to you again tomorrow in the weekly forecast. Trade well out there, and I'll talk to you again soon.